The Badgers will kick it away to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Purdue's offense takes the field for the first time today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He is
Need to concentrate. God damn.
Just a catastrophic play there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. With the catch, it's new.
Please, please, please.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch.
I am begging you, Oliver.
Shots will just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Quarterback making adjustments. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Unloads it left. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show.
We're not going to get nothing done today.
And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Back open in the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Touchdown! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The Boilermakers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off.
Baba.
Big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
Stop. Calm down, Bubba. It's all okay.
The running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Hey, don't hit me. All right, I'm not dealing. All right, you just calm down for a second.
Will tie the game. And the extra point is good.
Not hit me.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Badgers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They evened things up the last time they had it. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. With the catch, it's Miranda. pulled down for the tackle.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing, rushing right up the middle.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. They're going to run it to the right. This time, he'll be stopped behind the line, and he'll pretty much give back what they just gained.
Nice job by the defense. Offense has brought time to mesh that and read it. Now, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to print the field position with the return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And ball security is starting to become a little bit of an issue for this quarterback. In his last game, he had a fumble, and he has another one right here. He has got to do a better job of keeping...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision-making.
They'll leave it with the lone back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They're going to test the right side with this one. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Working that left side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Fights off a defender. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Got his man quickly. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Warren. He rifles one deep down the right side.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying.
He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Boilermakers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
To throw, it's Proctor. Lofts one high and deep. Complete downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Leaves it with the running back. And a Good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On the direct snap, it's Whitaker. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Back to throw, it's Warren. Firing to the right, complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense set on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind them.
Finds his man. It's Newton. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. Moving away from pressure. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Purdue! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has him. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete. It's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce right back to the offense.
They'll try the right side. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Proctor. Got it in the middle, it's Whitaker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a...
Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Badgers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The whole thought process is just get the ball back and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball reached. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution of that punt return.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Grabbed in the middle, it's Whitaker. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They go to the wide receiver screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
And he's still running after the move. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the...
Into the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Motion from the wideout. How about this on 1st and goal? The give to the wide receiver. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Whitaker. Touchdown, Badger! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring margin. Now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45 on his way. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Purdue! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They'll leave it with him. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And the Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. The 30. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
The two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown and make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it, and you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
They'll try to pound their way in. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Now on 2nd down. Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. They get the double.